Welcome back to CMS Connected. Now we're going into our spotlight segment talking about Salesforce's Marketing Cloud, formerly known as ExactTarget. ExactTarget went through a string of big name acquisitions before finally being acquired by Salesforce for a whopping $2.5 billion. They offer services like email marketing, customer journey building, and mobile marketing, just to name a few. And some of their customers include Black & Decker, Sony, RBC, Philips, Burberry, and News Corp Australia. And joining us via Skype for an in-depth review of Salesforce Marketing Cloud is Amy Martin from Falcom Software. Hello, Amy. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, Stephen. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, thanks.
So, Amy, could you give our audience a detailed background of how ExactTarget started and pivoted to become Salesforce Marketing Cloud?
Yeah, for sure. It's actually a really interesting story. ExactTarget first started in 2000 by three gentlemen with about $200,000 in financing. And they then grew to a 10.5 million company with funding from venture partners in 2004. The firm then grew from 11.5 million to 41 million, which is a big jump for them, and filed for an IPO in 2007, and really raised 145 million from there. They acquired CodeTweet, iGo Digital, Keymail Marketing, and Peridot. And in 2012, ExactTarget raised 161.5 million just before being acquired by the Salesforce for, like you said, the whopping $2.5 billion. And in May 2014, Scott Dorsey stepped down as CEO of ExactTarget and was replaced by Scott McCorkle. And that was when they did the whole name change from ExactTarget to the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And really, when they first came out, like any company that kind of first steps into the marketplace with a new software, new platform, they weren't really 100% with their integrations. They really had some work to do. But what has happened in the last year or so, in 2005, they have just grown phenomenally. And really, their integrations are just fabulous. They've grown in Chatter, the Sales Cloud, and the Service Cloud. So it's really, they're doing great, the Salesforce Marketing Cloud.
And so now, from what I understand, we talked about email marketing, customer journey building, and mobile marketing, but there's a lot more to it than that, right? They offer a ton of different services, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, they really do. They offer a full suite of marketing services. Like you had said, their kind of bread and butter is the email marketing service. And it's really interesting that it can maintain lists. And really, from there, it will read and do whatever the recipient wants. Click forward, it will change the email message from there. Some of their other services include marketing automation. Customer journeys is a new one for them, but is really becoming quite popular, as a lot of people are trying to do this within their companies. Social media, they're doing digital advertisements, mobile services. They're offering this one service called Predictive Intelligence, which is really, again, becoming more popular right now, but really great for making estimates in the future of what's going to happen and help your business goals, as well as data analytics. And their two biggest ones, services that just came out January of this year, is the Salesforce Strategic Framework for Retail Customer Journeys. And that is kind of self-explanatory, like it says, is that it helps retailers create these customer journeys and then create and execute a digital engagement plan. And the next one works hand in hand with that service. It's called the Salesforce Strategic Retail Professional Services. And once a retailer has created these customer journeys, they then can work hand in hand with the Salesforce team, who's going to put together a plan. They're going to help them execute this digital marketing plan and work together with the CRM. So it's really quite the service that they're going to start providing to their customers.
So we're talking about a lot of different things here, Amy, and for the average consumer out there who's saying, okay, like I get it and I really want to get going, but where should I begin? So what steps should someone take if they're interested in starting to move forward with the Salesforce Marketing Cloud? What does that process look like? Where do they get going, and how do they not only stick their toe in the water, but actually jump in and get started?
Right, that's a good point, Stephen. So what I did is I kind of went incognito and pretended that I was, just starting out as a customer. Okay, what would I do? I went to the website, went through the features. I then figured out, okay, well, I want to see a demo. Let's see, how the product works. Filled out the form. A sales representative got back to me within, less than 24 hours the next day, and she was very informative and professional, and she let me know of the process that we would go through. So what they do is they go through kind of a consultation process, 10 to 15 minutes, where they ask you questions of where you stand in your business. Are you, a new business? Have you been in business for 20 years? And what they're trying to do is figure out where you stand and what are the solutions that you need for your business and your business needs. Then what they do is they kind of pass you off to an account executive who will formulate a plan for you and your business and put together a digital marketing plan so that you can accomplish that. And then they will, depending on if you have a developer on hand or not, they will pass you off to an implementation partner to work with to really establish Salesforce for your company and then start using it. So, yeah, it's interesting, the process that they go through. But if you're not a developer, if you don't have a developer background, or if you're a company that doesn't have a developer on hand, you really can't just start using the program, like HubSpot, where you can just jump in and start using it. It's really more directed for the mid and larger enterprise companies. So the smaller guys need to realize that, that extra little bit of time with the implementation partner can take extra time and extra money.
So let's talk about money for a minute. I mean, let's talk about budget. What's the price of using the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, and how does that compare to other stuff out there? What are you seeing in the marketplace, and how does their pricing match up?
Yeah, looking right from their website, they have price. Salesforce Marketing Cloud has prices right on their website. The basic package starts at $400 US per month, and that will get you email, web, and mobile services in a package, and they have 4 packages there. The most expensive being about $12.50 for digital advertising package. But really what they do is a full assessment of where you stand, what you want out of your business, and put together a plan. So really prices will vary depending on what features are enabled, how many users will be using it, and the level of customer service you'll be using. And there are 2 new services that they just came out with, the strategic framework for retail customer journeys. That will be generally, if you are a Marketing Cloud customer, that will be in with your plan. But looking at the Salesforce Strategic Retail Professional Services, that is about $6,500 per month. And the reason it is quite a bit more is because you are working hand in hand with the team at Salesforce, their CRM, all the professionals there, and they're executing a plan that you can actually achieve your goals, and they're helping you along the way. Now, looking at competitors, so they kind of are placed right in the middle. If you look at the smaller market competitors, so like your MailChimps, Constant Contact, they are very reasonably priced. So Salesforce is quite a bit more, but Salesforce offers quite a bit more. HubSpot, Marketo, those guys, they are priced a little bit less than Salesforce. But if you look at the big guys, the big vendors out there, so IBM, HP, Oracle, Adobe, they are priced a little bit more. So Salesforce kind of falls right in the middle.
So in terms of, if that's pricing and budget, let's talk about who's out there using it. Did you have a chance to talk about any users out there who are actually using the platform, get any feedback from them on what they're seeing, what their likes and dislikes are?
Definitely, yeah. So majority of people are loving the product, especially at where they've come in the last couple of years. They love the email system. They're finding the A/B testing is really easy to use. The data to personalize emails is great. And my favorite one is the feature where they're able to now send notifications through email or text to a customer that is geographically close to the store. So that's a really fun feature that a lot of people are really liking right now. But however, some other business professionals are finding that there's a big learning curve with dealing with Salesforce. They're having to learn things, old things, in a new way. But that can happen with a lot of different platforms. The other thing is that they were saying is that the system can be slow and the templates can be confusing. But if you're using an implementation partner, that won't be a problem.
So in the world of Marketing Cloud, then, sort of who's in the Marketing Cloud war, and who do you see as the winners? Who's emerging right now as winners in the space?
Yeah, the war, the Marketing Cloud war. Everyone, all the big vendors right now are trying to be that solution, that big, full suite marketing solution, end-to-end solution, and really where they've come is quite amazing. All of them, are sitting nicely in the marketplace and are all quite competitive. If you look at Salesforce, for example, historically they've been a CRM platform, and now they have come out into this full-on Marketing Cloud suite. Which is offering so many solutions. And they're actually sitting as a challenger in the Magic Quadrant. Adobe was kind of the first to say that they were going to build an integrated digital marketing hub about 6 years ago, as per Gartner. And their core strength is really the Creative Cloud offering. Oracle was slightly late to the game, but making up aggressively, buying their way into the competition. Both Responses and Eloqua, they are top-rated products within their niche. IBM, for example, they're the first company to think about creating a unified digital marketing hub, but it's funny, they kind of dropped the ball a bit. And there was a disconnect between the CMO survey and the IBM acquisition activity.
Interesting.
And then the last one, HP, was really the up and coming, based on its digital marketing hub that they really wanted to create. And they went through this acquisition of $11.7 billion, buying this company Autonomy, which has really come to haunt them, as they paid about 80% over market value.
Right.
But which is interesting. But all in all, they are all doing a really great job. In my personal opinion, I really feel that marketing-wise, Salesforce is really standing out. If you look at their huge Dreamforce events, the amazing speakers that they have at the event, which everybody knows, their digital presence, people are talking about the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. They are getting their name out there, and they're doing a really good job at it.
So if that's the platform, what about partners? Have you heard from any Salesforce Marketing Cloud partners?
Yeah, this is funny. I found this really interesting as well. I went onto the Salesforce Marketing Cloud website on the directory list, and thought, hey, I'm going to go through this list here, start making a few calls to see if their partners are happy with the product, happy with the experience. And one of the partners that I called, they were actually quite surprised they were on that list, because they really aren't a partner, which was funny, but they still talked highly about Salesforce. They use them as a CRM. So I'm thinking that Salesforce is just updating this list probably as we speak. But overall, yeah, the partners are so happy with the platform. Their customers are getting results. So they're excited from where they've come, the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, and what's next.
And their customers are reaching their goals as they set out.
Yeah, definitely. I have a quote here from one of their customers who is just beyond happy, obviously. She says, one of the most important pieces of our business is creating a seamless experience for our customers. But this can be challenging when we blend the online experience with the personalized attention that customers would receive from an in-store visit. From Kimberly Rethenbeck, Director of Web Customer Experience at Room and Board. And she continues to say that the Salesforce Marketing Cloud has allowed us to communicate with our customers individually, provide a tailored experience to help them through the process and creating a perfect home. So obviously a very happy customer. And I saw a lot of really great feedback just saying that they're really happy with the platform. So I am just really interested to see what's going to happen in the next 6 months to a year for them.
Amy, thank you very much for that help in that Spotlight segment. Really appreciate it.
Yes, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you. And coming up next, CMS Insider with Scott Lewer.
So you've got a great website. Your marketing team spends hours driving visitors to it and nurturing them into leads. And your sales team spends hours collecting, qualifying, organizing, and chasing those leads. Sales wants to focus on what they do best. Selling, and marketing wants to get on with what they do best, creating innovative campaigns. But how do you make both teams happy? The solution is marketing automation.